What's up, this is Altark here. So Wahoo just dropped the new Element Bolt 3. On the outside, it looks almost identical to the Bolt 2. Same design, same buttons, maybe the same size, but once you power it on, things start to look a little bit different. So gone are the top LED lights, the screen looks a tiny bit bigger, and the colors look a little more vivid, and it is priced at $329.99 US. So what exactly is the Bolt 3? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. What's new, what's missing, and whether this is actually an upgrade or just a reshuffle. And did Wahoo make the Bolt 3 bigger, faster, and heavier? So let's break it down. So if there is one thing Wahoo is not shy about, it's making their products bigger. You've seen how massive the Element Ace is, right? Well, Wahoo gave the Bolt 3 a size bump too, but this one is just a tiny one. Now the Bolt 3 measures 3.26 inches by 1.85 by 0.78 inches and weighs about 84 grams compared to the Bolt 2, which comes in at 3.05 by 1.86 by 0.84 inches. The Bolt 3 is technically longer and a bit narrower, but I also think it is thicker depending on Wahoo or where Wahoo took those measurements. Either way, it is about 16 grams heavier, but it still keeps that small form factor that I love about the Bolt, just with a nicer screen. And speaking of changes, the three top buttons that you see here are now slightly raised. On the Bolt 2, they were almost flush with the body. On the Bolt 3, you can actually feel them a little bit more, which makes them easier to press, especially with gloves on. And the Bolt 3 also got a bump in storage, now up to 32 gigabytes instead of 16, and that means more room for maps, routes, and workouts without having to constantly delete stuff to make space. Personally, I've never really run into storage issues on bike computers, but I also do not use maps and routes as much as some people do. And yeah, with the bump in size, we also got a bump in screen real estate. The Bolt 3 has a 2.3-inch display compared to 2.2 inches on the Bolt 2. Doesn't sound like much, but the real difference is in the resolution and color, and the Bolt 3 now supports 16 million colors and a 480 by 720 pixel display, way up from 64 colors on the previous version. And honestly, you can see that immediately. The screen just looks brighter, the colors pop more, and the fonts are crisper, and maps looks way better, richer, and sharper, and just easier on the eyes overall. And the other thing I like about the new display is now the time is always displayed on the top left of the screen, so I do not have to add a custom field to show the time. And the battery life also got a boost. The Bolt 3 now gives you up to 20 hours of ride time, so that is up from 15 hours you get on the Bolt 2. Now just keep in mind that is up to. So if you are riding with the backlight always on or using navigation and connected million different sensors, your battery life might take a bit of a hit. But according to Wahoo, using the default out-of-the-box settings, you should get around 20 hours. So still, 20 hours is solid, more than enough for long rides, multi-day events, or if you're like me, forgetting to charge it all week long and then scrambling 10 minutes before a ride. So yeah, while the new display is a bit more power hungry, Wahoo gave it just enough juice to keep things in balance. So with this new wave of Wahoo bike computers, they've also been updating the user interface, mainly to support that touchscreen functionality in devices like the Ace and Roam 3. But just to be clear, the Bolt is not touchscreen, so you'll have to use tactical buttons to navigate the menus, which honestly I find easy to use and super intuitive, and probably many users prefer that instead of touchscreen. And one of the nice upgrade is the ability to create different workout profiles. So now you can set up one for indoor riding, another for outdoor riding, racing, e-biking, commuting, or whatever you want. You can fully customize each profile with different pages and data fields. And the Bolt 3 also uses the new Wahoo app, which makes managing everything a lot smoother. You can set up your workout profiles, tweak your data pages, update the firmware, all from your phone using the new Wahoo app. And Wahoo also added new map layers, so you can choose to display things like street names, custom waypoints, Strava segments, summit segments, so it makes a map a lot more useful that way. So Is the Bolt 3 a major upgrade? Not really. Wahoo did not overhaul the Bolt. They redefined it instead. You are getting a better screen, more storage, longer battery life, and a cleaner, more modern interface. And maybe most importantly, it now runs on the same software platform as the ASM Roam 3. And that means feature parity across Wahoo's lineup. So future updates and features should land here too. Now, the Bolt 3 is priced at $329.99 US, but you'll notice there is also a $15 shipping fee that includes service charge plus tax. So for me, it came about $372, which definitely is not cheap. So I asked Wahoo about that service charge, and they explained it that it's essentially a tariff that affects several products in their lineup, and because things are constantly changing in today's current political environment, they opted to include it in the shipping price as a service charge rather than constantly updating the suggested retail price. So yeah, thanks to the current political climate, prices are creeping up. So if your Bolt 2 is still working fine, there's probably no rush to upgrade. But if you are in the market for a new bike computer or want the latest screen and software experience, the Bolt 3 is a really solid, just a no-fuss choice. I have been recommending the Bolt since there's been a Wahoo Bolt. Let me know what you think of the Bolt 3. Would you upgrade it or would you wait for something different? There you have it, folks. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you are still watching and have not subscribed yet, you know what to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.